What's up, nerds? Welcome to episode 2 of Palace Island. I don't really have that much to say, mainly because I'm recording this right before I was supposed to publish it. So, here you go. So, the door eventually gets pounded down. You see behind it is one of the bandits, similar to the ones that you had just dispatched. And he actually falls to the floor with the force of opening the door. Behind him is another bandit, a woman who it begins shambling into the room. And then you hear a buzzing sound, like insect wings. And behind the woman bandit, you see these two large insects, about as big as your head.
Damn.
They fly with dizzying speed a few feet off the ground, and they're striped black and brown, and a dark ooze, very similar to the ooze that is on the bodies, drips from their barbed stingers and mouths, and they are just sort of zipping through the air behind them. So I think first would be the bow. So go ahead and roll your bow attack.
Noise.
7 with your dex.
Oh.
You got a shitty dex.
So you zip an arrow into the bandit that's standing in the doorway. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Damn.
So 2 with the bonus of having the actual weapon.
Hey, there you go.
Your arrow sticks into her chest and she falls back down on the floor.
She's just staggered. She's not.
She falls to the ground and she does not get back up immediately. And then what are you two doing? You had your dagger out, Kai, and then Yeinslif, you had your swords out.
I just gut slit one of the bugs.
The bugs are like in the room, so you'll have to go into the room to get to them.
Back to the room.
Oh, okay.
It's the room beyond. You see that there are.
It's the room that
You haven't been in yet.
past the door. Okay, yeah.
It's a big open room, sort of a common room. You see a fireplace on the opposite wall and tables and chairs.
And the person he just shot, the woman, she's on the ground.
Yeah, she
She's
fell.
not dead.
You can't see from here. You don't have a moment to check because
Right.
it's a melee now.
She's about to get real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you two doing now?
Yeah, well, I got the wand in one hand and the long sword in the other one, and I'm just like slowly but surely walking in. Just to,
So you're gonna walk past the one that's on the ground?
fuck her. She's
And I'm using my stealth and sneaking in there with my dagger.
They know we're here.
why?
So you two are just leaving the one on the floor that knocked the door down.
Well,
He's
I'm
still.
basically invisible.
Oh wait, I thought the one that knocked the door down is dead.
No. So he shot the one that was just standing in the door about to come in, and then there's another one that knocked the door down that fell with the door onto the ground.
Yeah, no, I killed that one.
Roll it.
Okay.
He's gonna stab your sword down.
And if he doesn't kill it, then I kill it.
Okay.
I want to kill it.
And you probably won't, though. You suck.
I suck. Oh, that sucks.
Add your. So you're using the long sword.
I'm using a long sword.
Okay, so that's going to use your strength rather than
My
your dexterity.
strength?
Yeah,
So
It's
7.
the same.
So 7.
7. Okay, so it's still a partial success. So you just, how do you do it? You just stab your sword down into him.
I'm just walking past it, and I'm just fucking stabbing in the head.
Yeah, so you stab it into the head, and a big gush of the black liquid flies out of his body. There's no brain matter, there's no blood, it's all black fluid.
Ski.
And it just bursts from his head. And you are trying to like walk out of the door into the room with the bees. Mm-hmm. They remind you of bees or hornets or something, but they're black and brown. Yeah. And one of them just flies straight at your face, and you like fall back.
Oh. And I stabbed the...
Well, so as you fall back, you leave the sword stuck into the guy's head as you fall back onto your ass in the room. And then you, Kai?
I saved his old
the
ground.
The insect is flying into the room, and you're going to try to stab it as it comes in.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that.
Thank you, Grandma.
That's fine.
And you'll add your dexterity to it. Oh, 4 plus your dexterity is a 6. Yeah, you try your best to stab it, but this thing is way too fast, way too quick on its wings, and it flies directly at old boy Yeinslif here, and it just takes a big old bite out of your shoulder.
You suck, man.
You take 1 damage, Yeinslif. as it just digs itself into your shoulder.
It takes a chunk out.
Yeah, it takes a chunk out of your shoulder.
Some bullshit.
And it's like on your chest, sort of.
What's your health?
So I go from 3 to 2 now. I'm gonna fucking die.
I'm actually glad I didn't kill it. I think it's funny that you have only 2 HP now.
I'm gonna like Magic the Gathering your ass, bro.
So
I still have a health potion.
Alright, you have the health potion.
I might give you.
So where do y'all go from here? You are on the floor. Yeah, you're on the floor with this thing on your chest.
I kick it off.
You kick it off? Mm-hmm. All right, roll me a...
Wait, no, my bad. I didn't kick it. I was joking.
It's some wineskins hitting in.
I guess I shoot it off with an arrow.
All right, roll it with your dex.
Here we go.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah, so you pop it off. You pop an arrow off.
He has 2 decks?
Yeah, he has plus 2 dex.
Oh, wow.
You pop it off, and yeah, the arrow goes flying through the air, and it goes through the bug, and Yeinslif, the arrowhead, is like directly adjacent to your head as it goes through, and the bug sort of just slumps down off your chest onto the floor, basically in your lap, and it just kind of sits there and twitches a couple times as black fluid seeps from the wound and from its mouth and stinger. The other bee insect flies into the room now as well. What do you do? You haven't done anything in a second.
The
Goyver.
second one flew in the room?
Yeah, it's flying into the room now.
On us right now. He just got his half his neck bit off. I messed up the first time, but I helped him the second time.
I want to remember that. I really am.
I douse my arrow in fire oil.
Okay.
I light it on fire and I shoot it at it.
All right, roll it.
Legend of Zelda shit, right?
No, I got 2 and 2 plus
Your dex.
dexterity is a nice one.
So you rolled a 3.
So I miss and hit some curtains and they're catching on fire.
Oh no, the whole place is burning down.
Oh shit!
Let me roll.
Can I do that? I'm just kidding.
So you fire the arrow. The room is made of stone, thankfully. It bangs into the wall, and nothing happens. You know, the flame is extinguished almost immediately. But the bee, I keep calling it a bee, the insect, it doesn't take that very well.
Raging.
Yeah, a fire arrow being shot at it, so it flies directly into your face.
Oh wow.
And it sort of like poises its stinger to get ready to sting you.
Seeing this happen after having been bitten before because
Probably traumatized.
cheese dick over here sucks ass. I use my gust of wind to fucking smash it up against a wall.
Okay, yeah. That's one of your spells, right?
Yeah, it's one of my spells.
Okay, yeah. So make an intelligence roll here to like
So it's
to
gonna
spell
be
cast.
+2.
Yeah, to spell cast.
Ski.
Uh-oh.
That's not
That's a 2 and
And a fucking 6.
a 3, so a 5.
Alright, I realize
Well, hold on, I got to resolve this failure here.
Spell.
So you try to like one of the things you have to do to cast a spell is to like extend your arm.
Yeah,
but
my shoulder.
But your shoulder really it does not work. So you don't even manage to like cast the spell. You don't. So you lose that arcane energy. So you lose one of your spells for the day, and you don't even manage to cast it. And the stinger is poised, and it stabs into your gut.
Me?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, Goyver.
I know.
Alright.
And you take 1 damage.
Schwanz.
And make me a Constitution roll, because as the stinger,
For hit points. Just see how much damage you do.
no, so you take 1 damage, but as the stinger sort of sticks itself into your gut, the sting itself hurts. Like it's big, it's as big as your fist, so it doesn't feel good.
You just got fisted.
But you sort of feel something coursing into you.
Okay.
So go ahead and make me a Constitution roll.
What? 8 plus
Your Constitution?
9.
So 9? Yeah, so you manage to sort of like, you have the presence of mind to swat it as it stings you. But it's sort of in vain, because as soon as it stings you, the body of this insect twitches very violently, and it falls. The stinger stays in you, and it falls off onto the floor, and it begins to disintegrate into ash. And you grab the stinger, pull it out, and throw it on the floor.
What I did.
Before it manages to like really get in you. So
I say we kill him because he's infected now.
You feel incredibly woozy, but you don't think that it's you think you're okay, but you feel very bad right now.
Me being the noble ass wizard that I am.
Do you have any?
I noticed that that Sean's over here has a health potion attached to his help. So I urge him to give it to Goyver.
Alright, so so
Just say that, yeah. Roleplay that.
Dude, stop being a bitch. I know you have a health potion. I saw that you drank something and you got lit afterwards.
Well, really, should I be drinking a health potion and much?
Okay, so would a health potion help his? Like, would he still get infected?
I feel like I should be drinking a
you have healing.
what do you
though.
call it? Elixir? Or...
Well, so you have heal as a skill, so like you know how to like treat wounds and stuff. Why don't you make me an intelligence check to see if you know if that healing potion will help you?
I'm stupid though.
Well, what's higher, your intelligence or your wisdom?
I got -1 dexterity, charisma, and intelligence.
This is actually a wisdom roll. It's not intelligence. You're not trying to remember facts. You're just
wisdom.
trying to.
Got it. 4.
Okay, well, heal is one of your skills. So having a skill in something means you can't fail it.
Okay. 4.
So you still get the repercussions of a failure. Like something bad will still happen, but you do still succeed. That healing potion.
Amputate my leg or something.
No, that healing potion will help. Will help you if you take it.
Amputate your gut.
Well, I thought it was. I'm not using the potion. I'm using my skill.
No, so that was to see if the potion would actually help you, because you had doubts about that. But the failure is that you hear some more buzzing from the room that just opened up.
Oh, shit.
I do?
All three of you do.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I got a grappling.
So are you healed? He's healed completely now?
If he gave him the potion and took it,
Give him
yeah.
the potion. So make him whole.
Completely healed?
It will heal him.
Or is
He says
So
that.
I go back up to 4.
Hold on. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I might just
Wait, you're at 4. You can ration your health points.
It's less about the health points.
Baby.
It's less about that and more about the stinger that he just took to the gut.
Wait, will it still affect him even if I give him the health potion?
No, it would help him if you took the health potion.
It will only help you. I'm not gonna give you a whole health potion if it's only gonna help a little bit. You're still.
He is in major pain right now, and it's hard for him to even walk.
And I mean, I'm basically missing a shoulder.
I think
I'm not giving any of y'all my health potion.
I think we should save the health potion for something more dire. Like when we're on our last leg. Come on, think about it. How you're gonna use this last health potion?
Dude, just picture this, but like nothing.
He's pointing to his shoulder.
Y'all are fine.
Apparently not. What am I?
You're hurt. I mean,
Dude, I got bandages, but like you got like.
Okay, is he near death?
he's feeling it.
I'm poisoned, bro.
So with his health check,
You got an
right?
antidote?
He doesn't think he's going to
he
die
needs
from
it.
it, but he is out of commission without it.
Help a brother out.
He's not going to be, flying swords or, anything like that.
Alright, well, what I can do for you is I have a torch. I could
Cauterize it.
cauterize the wound. And I'll give you
fuck?
And I'll give you a sip of my wineskin. And that's all I can do for you right now, because we got to ration our health potion.
The buzzing is getting louder from the other room.
Alright, well.
Alright, we hear the buzzing. I say we want to leave ASAP.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So y'all go back into the office and close the door behind you, and you hear the buzzing is now in the armory. So you're there. Are you leaving?
I don't think we should. I feel like there's something behind that door.
So we should go towards the buzzing?
So if you look at the map,
I got an idea, dude.
there's another door you haven't gone through.
Alright, well, let's go to the other door we haven't gone through.
Let's oh, you mean on the other side of the cabin?
Yeah, no.
In the foyer, yeah. There was the double doors that you
Right
didn't go
here.
through.
Alright, well, we're going to go to those, I think.
Let's
Okay.
do that.
The yellow group.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
Not because you said it, because I don't want to.
Hey, look, I was asking if y'all would agree with me.
So Goyver is he can walk slowly. He can't drop into a full out sprint or anything.
How am I doing? I don't have a shoulder anymore.
You're fine. I mean, things are going to be a little bit more difficult
So do
for
I
you.
have a shoulder, or is this like the meat is like missing?
No, the meat. Like
Okay.
it took a
You
big
said
bite.
chunk out of my shoulder. I'm thinking, holy fucking
No. I mean,
No shoulder having ass.
like you have a shoulder. It's fine. Like you can bandage it up.
Okay, yeah, I'll use my bandages to bandage.
Okay, use some of them. You know, you don't have to use all of them. But yeah, so you guys go to the double doors, and just listening to it, you can hear buzzing. You think this actually just leads into the same room, into the common room. But yeah, you can go in there if you want
Yeah,
to.
let's go.
Oh, we're headed in. I was already in there before you said.
Yeah, actually, I was there first. You came after me.
So are you guys just barging in there?
Well, I'm not barging.
I kicked the door down.
It's double doors. Which one are you kicking down, the left or the right?
Oh,
Right in the middle, so both of them.
I do a double-footed drop kick on both the doors, bust them both open wide.
Busted.
Should we like peer through the keyhole, see what's on the other side?
Yeah, so as you do that, you see the common room, the fireplace, and all that. You see a staircase on the opposite wall that leads up into the tower. The room is, full of tables and chairs and all that have been sort of knocked around and stuff. A couple of them are upright, and you see that there's some supplies on one of the tables. And you don't see any of the insects, but you do.
Through the peephole right now?
Yeah, but you do hear the buzzing still.
While he's looking at the peephole, I just kick that bitch open, and he's like, "Wow, what a dick move!"
So you kick the door open, and the sound of
Bringing
it.
you on adventures no more.
You're like the worst adventurer.
So you kick the door down, and you just sort of like walk in there, chest puffed up, and three more of the insects come flying out of the armory into the room.
At this point, I'm like hallucinating.
No, you're fine. No, you're. yeah. I can't believe this guy just did this. I must be hallucinating. Yeah.
They're all flying towards him, right?
No,
Yeah.
I kick it open, but I didn't go in.
Well, okay, then the insects are just flying around the room, looking for people to attack at this
I
point.
got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have Lucky from Thief. Mm-hmm. Does that only help situations that like a thief would be in, or can it?
No, it's anything.
So I could be like lucky
You're a
on
thief
roll.
too?
He's a magic user thief.
I don't know why your reflection
It scared me
the
too.
fuck
I
out
was
of
like,
me.
what the fuck is that?
We need to close that thing.
I was like, no. I'm like, nah, bro.
What, the blinds?
Yeah, man.
So yeah, like because I had the luck, can that like help me on a roll?
Yeah, so what Lucky does is, if you roll a failure, you can use Lucky once a day to change it to a partial
Oh
success.
shit, man! I could have done that on my freaking roll.
Hey, what exactly is lore? Just knowledge of like old shit. Mm-hmm. All right.
History.
Alright, so 3 bust in.
Yeah, they're flying around the room. You kick the door down. In fact, one of the doors actually just falls off of its hinges at your kick, and the other one like swings open and gets stuck.
I got an idea. Mm-hmm. I want to take my oil flask and pour like a line that separates the room and light it on fire and create a wall of fire that they'll be stuck behind.
Okay.
I like it.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
When I use the wand, does that use like my spells, or does that just use the wand? Like, what can I do with this wand?
You make me a lore check to figure out what this wand does.
Wand don't do shit. Just looks like a wand.
Dude, I like how there's a check even for
Just
your
a
lore.
fucking,
Wow.
like a fucking crooked stick.
It's just a stick with a crow feather inside, not a phoenix.
It's like a shitty one.
Yeah.
Feather.
It's like chipped on the tip.
Oh, okay, I'll take that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm good, baby.
Yeah!
So that's a critical success.
Yes.
Dang, that wand.
That one is
one's got a-
fucking Dumbledore's
That's
wand.
a dragon.
That's the elder one.
That's a
So the-
baby dragon in it.
The wand you're holding, you manage. You think back to what happened whenever you hit Kai in the back of the head with it. It sort of like shimmered with that magical energy.
Yeah.
And you think quickly of like all the different command words that you know, and just compiling through them really quickly, you manage to, you're saying them in your brain. You're saying them in your brain. You're saying them to yourself, and you get to 1, and whenever you say it, the wand sort of crackles to life.
Yeah.
And you know that it's like it'll cast something offensive whenever you use it. So it's a damaging spell of some kind, and you see that it has a good bit of energy in it.
Yeah.
And it's one that will recharge sort of like every day. You know, you give it enough time and it'll recharge itself. And you approximate like 5 to 8 uses at once. Yeah.
Fucking right. All right, yeah, I use it. I point it at like are the insects flocked or like spread out?
Well, what
Spread
about
out.
fire?
So you're doing that right now.
Okay.
What do you like? You're doing it in the middle of the room to like separate. it out?
I want to like try and keep them on one side of the room. Typically on the side that doesn't block an exit or another door.
So on the side that you're on, you have the double doors you came through, the door to the armory, and you see on the same wall that you just came in another wooden door that's sort of collapsed in a little bit.
Like we could pass through it.
Yeah, you can go through it. I'm saying the door itself is like falling apart. And then on the opposite wall is the stairs that go up, and that's it.
Shit, so there's an exit on every side?
Except for the right wall, yeah.
I say we go upstairs.
Well, so you're pointing your wand at the thing.
At the insects. Are they like together or are they like
They're kind of spread out, but you pick one out.
Can I take back my fire
Yeah.
thing? I
Yeah.
want to see what his wand does.
Yeah. So you take out your flask and you start to go to do that when you see him pull out this wand and it's starting to like crackle electricity. Dustin is whispering a secret to Shane.
No, to Yeinslif.
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 Oh, Yeinslif.
So you point it. Go ahead and make me a intelligence roll to cast.
No, it's +2 though.
Yeah.
So what?
7?
7.
All right, partial success. So you you kind of misgauge how much energy to put into this. So you actually
I'm waving it above my head and I'm like fucking Azarath Metrion Zinthos.
All right, now you have to remember that phrase. And if you forget it, you can't use it. I'm just kidding. It's recorded.
But I whispered to him that.
Oh, Hamora! And opened up a door.
But no, I whispered that every time he uses it, the wand makes a fart sound every time I cast.
Stupid. So you actually expend 2 of the uses out of it because you put a little bit too much into it.
What am I at? I'm at 6 now.
You think
So what comes out of the wand?
a bolt of arcane energy? It's a wand of magic missile. A purple glowing orb of pure arcane energy streaks out of it. It's even larger because you accidentally used 2 charges of it.
Which one do you want?
So roll me 2d6. That's the damage for the wand. It's 2d6.
Nice.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, you blow the insect apart.
Right, I did.
It explodes in midair. The black liquid.
Skeet everywhere.
Yeah, it kind of gets on you. It gets on all 3 of you a little bit. The black
I
liquid.
start dancing under the rain of this black bug juice.
Over here, like tripping balls off the stinger in my gut.
And there's still 2 insects in the room. So what do y'all do?
Just one?
Yeah,
I think you destroyed all 3.
No, just 1.
Well, I pull out my bow again, and I try.
Hey, the holy water seemed to work. Let's use the last of that.
Nah, screw that. I'm saving that for like myself or something.
Dude, if you keep saving all this shit.
Selfish ass thief.
He's like one of those video gamers who saves all their best equipment. Like, I'm going to use this later. I know
What
I'm
have you
gonna
ever heard of a?
And then when he gets to the end of the game, he beats it and he still knows
Right.
good stuff left.
So you're shooting an arrow?
Yeah, one of them.
All right, yeah, roll it.
That
Oh, it's a crit.
That'd be 12.
Yeah, so you go ahead and roll the damage on that. It's 1d6 plus 1. Actually, roll it twice. You got a crit.
Wait, roll
Roll both of them.
both of them.
And add 1 to each one. 6 and a 5, yeah. So you managed to...
It's 13, huh?
Yeah, so you're looking, you're waiting for it, and you loose the arrow, and it penetrates both of
I
them.
knew you didn't say that.
And it hits both of them, and they're stuck together now because of the arrow. And
Collateral.
yeah, collateral, and they fall to the floor, blasted.
Hey, what can I say? My grandma taught me how to shoot.
Yeah. She knows how to
Shoot.
catch a shot.
Dude, get away from my grandma.
But they fall on the table that was holding the supplies that you had seen. There's a few rations there. There's 3 different kinds of rations, 3 days worth of rations, a sleeping bag,
Everyone grab a ration.
a few 2 torches, some rope, adventuring gear that somebody had just left here.
It was 3 rations?
Rope?
Mm-hmm.
Like a
Well, I got
20
6
foot?
Yeah, another 20 feet.
Alright, I'll just hold on the rope. I already have 20 feet, so now I got 40.
Okay, you got the rope. Everyone took one of the rations?
Yeah. And then what was the other thing?
I got 6 rations.
Torches. 2 torches.
I have 4 already, so if
Who
anyone
took the
needs-
sleeping bag? Anyone?
It's not. I shouldn't say sleeping bag. A bedroll. There you go.
Okay, I'll take the bedroll. I already have a 10.
Yeah, your old ass needs something to sleep on.
I don't need the torches. I already got 4. So if you want to split those up. How many torches?
2.
Oh, wait, so I lost in that. So I got 68 arrows now?
But yeah, so the only other exits here are the staircases going up and the door that you haven't gone through yet.
Freaking out that door.
Yeah.
Doing all this other shit.
And that door leads back into the cabin area, but you haven't gone in there yet.
Yeah.
Well, let's go in that thing.
Let's go in that door, man.
So behind the door is a kitchen, actually. All the foodstuffs that were in here are completely rotted away. Somebody came in and sort of like piled it all up in a corner. There's plates and stuff, like, utensils and all that. Any food that was in here is long gone, though. But there is sort of a staircase, a trap door that is open that has a staircase going down. And as the 3 of you walk in there, you hear from down there at the bottom of in the cellar, just like a very feral, very visceral roar, almost very low, but
It's Rancor.
Like that?
you just peeked the shit out of the microphone.
Like,
I have to edit that one.
pterodactyl in labor, bro.
And as the 3 of you are standing there, sort of like paralyzed for a second, the spirit of the man appears again.
Oh, this guy.
And he stands there, and he floats there, and he says, you have done well so far.
Give me a milli ride, man.
You've done fairly well so far. But I would say,
I knew you were in it.
don't go down there.
I look at it and I say, piss off, ghost.
What's that from?
From Ragnarok, isn't it? Yeah, Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Piss off,
Korg
ghost.
says that.
Korg says it. So we go because I mean we're pretty gnarly. Like the squad is lit, so we just go.
Oh, actually, you need a break. You're really old.
Nah, dude, I'm good. I'm good, man.
Why
Like
don't
you
you take a
don't
little nap on that bed?
you don't know the shit I've been.
Yeah,
through.
take it and have one of that fruit roll up.
Let's all take a little nap and re-heal our fatigue. Or man.
Wait, can't we do that?
I mean, not here.
Yeah, this is probably not the
Can't
best
sleep
place.
when enemies are nearby.
All right, so I get thirsty, and I accidentally. It's really
You
hard.
drank the health potion.
I accidentally drank the health potion because I thought it was wine.
You an
Again.
idiot.
Why?
Why would you do that? You literally were like, "That's good to save it for when
Well,
you need it most." And they like, "Oh,
He's like over there in the corner, like
oh,
Do you drink the health potion?
It was an accident.
Dude, the tone of the game master's like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I guess you're adding some realisticism to it.
You probably do that in real life.
I mean, sure, drink it if.
Well, no, it's gone. Like, it was an accident.
It's true to form.
His health is now.
The level of role playing that you do, Dustin, is the weirdest level.
Like I accidentally
It's not
did
like
something.
beneficial
You
or
can't
anything.
you can't say that you accidentally did something and roll for an accident.
You just say like, we're walking and like, oh, I tripped. It's like, hey, you didn't have to do that. It's like, no, I tripped. I don't know. Like, it's so bizarre.
Oh my god.
So drink it if you want to. I mean, it'll.
No, I mean, I didn't mean to. It was an accident, dude.
You did.
Then you didn't drink the health potion. Okay, that is up to me if you do something
realize it's
accidentally. But the spirit before you reiterates. Trust me. You do not want to even know what is down there.
Trust me, I do.
It's a bunch of wizards getting off.
He laughs to himself. Fine, greedy one. Do what you will.
I was going to. Like, you ain't gotta tell me.
You ain't gotta tell me shit.
Yeah, alright, sure.
I feel like we're walking to our impending doom.
I say to the spirit,
Piss off, ghost.
piss off, ghost. In all of my old age, this is the one adventure that I promised Schwantz's grandmother I'd take her on. After we've had a long romp in the hay.
Damn, dude, you're just whistling in the wheat fields.
Yeah,
Wow, dude.
So, yeah, we're doing it. I owe it to your grandmother.
This sort of emotion is lost on me. I have very quickly become calloused to mortal emotions in the hundreds of years I have spent here, but do what you will.
Take a sip of wine of
When you
that.
put this on Spotify, make sure you put a little explicit tag next to it.
Well, yeah, always. It's dark down there. It's dark in here even, but the light... just killed himself.
Minus one health.
Minus one health. Yeah.
This is like, you know,
So, wait, you were saying?
Yeah. It's dark in the kitchen, but the light from the common room is enough to, in the windows and stuff. But the cellar is completely dark. You'll have to bring a light source of some kind down there if you wanted to.
We all got torches.
Good thing I didn't use that oil.
I got a lantern.
Yeah, whip that lantern out, boy. You can put some oil in there.
Oh, I got a torch, so I don't need y'all.
Alright, you carry your torch, me and him will...
So Kai lights a torch, and the two of them grab the lanterns. Or a lantern, I'm sorry. And you're going down into the cellar?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Good luck, losers. I don't know if he says losers. So what's the marching order here? Like, who go down first? Who's carrying the lantern? Who's
I'll
carrying
go
the
first.
torch?
I think a lantern should go first because
What? A torch? What
it's
is
got a lot more
It covers a lot more
illumination to it.
You 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to want to, like, do some dumbass splitting up shit. So you can take your lantern and do that.
No, I already got a torch. Y'all got the
Or
lantern.
you can take your torch and do that. And you can be behind us.
All right,
Hey,
fine.
why don't you
I'll
go
stay
check
behind.
it out, Schwans? Let's see what's down there.
So who's going first?
He's going first?
I mean, is that what you sound like you wanted
Yeah,
to
you go first.
All right, I go first. I'm like running down there.
This dude's right in the face of all.
So he begins running down there. The two of you are just kind of walking behind him, like rolling your eyes with the lantern.
I'm like the
One
least
in it.
stealthiest thief.
It's like the kid we got to babysit.
So you storm down those stairs. They're wooden stairs.
You fall and trip and catch on fire.
Let me see if he trips.
whatever was down there.
You miss a step. The step isn't there, and so you kind of tumble down the last bit of the steps. You don't drop anything. You're still holding the torch, but you're on the floor down there. The floor is dirt.
My glasses.
You drop your glasses.
And I get a sharp pain in my stomach, and I'm like, God, what? And I'm good.
The before you, the room isn't very big. It's not wide, but it's long.
She said.
Shit. The walls are lined with like wine holders, bottle holders, and stuff. There's still bottles on there.
Classic seller.
Classic cellar feel. There were shelves in the middle of this room, but they have been pushed to either side. You see this before the two of them do, but as you're seeing it, they come down and see it as well.
Shelves are pushed to the side.
The shelves are pushed to the side. Bottles have been broken on the ground. There's glass everywhere. No liquid. The liquid has long since been dissipated. And on the opposite wall that you came down of, you look down. You can't see anything for a second. You hold your torch out. Then the two of them get with you at the bottom of the stairs. And you see that the wall on the far end is no longer there. The walls were made of wood. Yeah. Good pantomiming for this audio podcast, Dustin. And the wall has been completely caved in, and it is now a burrow, or a tunnel, really.
Nice.
Like a rabbit tunnel?
Oh, it's
Sort
like
of.
one of those Oblivion cellars that turn into a tunnel.
Wait, so what you're saying is
And
there was a giant rabbit that dug a tunnel?
It might have been a giant rabbit, but you think maybe instead of a giant rabbit, it was the giant spined, carapace-covered worm that is curled up on the floor on the far end of the
Like a
room.
dune worm? Like a sandworm?
Sure, yeah.
With like little...
Pincers? Yeah.
I see it.
You can tell immediately that it is related to these insects that you have been fighting.
It's the mama.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. And it is coiled up on the other side of the room, and as you come down with the light source, it perks up.
Oh, fuck.
And you see that it is curled around a sort of an egg style thing. And that works. Yeah, audience, look up dune worm, but much smaller.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably 15, 20 feet long, but it's coiled up. It is covered in this hard-looking carapace. It's got spines.
That looks serious.
Yeah, it looks... This worm looks very serious. And as you three come down and shine your light down there, it looks at the three of you. You think, you can't see any eyes, but it hisses and roars very loudly. And you see now, sort of surrounding it, are skeletons, bodies that have been eaten.
Hungry bitch.
Yes, you can tell that these have been eaten.
Everyone puts their earplugs in.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course you can say something.
Alright, I have an animal trap.
Does this trap work for 20-foot-long worms?
That trap was probably designed for
Rabbits.
deer, rabbits, not giant plated worms.
Can I try at least?
You can throw it in the middle of the room and see what happens.
I throw it in the middle of the room. Before I throw it, I place one of my day rations on it, so it'll lure me.
You put some beef jerky on this bear trap, and you throw it into the middle of the room.
What's mage hand?
What about you two?
It's like I can conjure a giant hand, I think.
Not a giant hand,
Or like
like a hand.
just a regular hand.
Yeah, a regular hand.
I thought it was giant.
Jesse and Shane are looking at each other's spells to see what they can do to get out of this
It was
one.
like me and Jesse are like a legit team, and this guy's just like throw a fucking trap in the middle of the floor.
What's wrong with that? It might work.
Like we're like, okay, what do we do,
Well, I was
guys?
thinking we have some rope. Maybe we can, and we have a grappling hook. Oh, I was looking at this. It says my bow can also be a crossbow. Is it too late to?
Sure, you can change it
Can
to
we
a
like
crossbow.
assume it was a crossbow?
Yeah, it was a
the whole
crossbow
time?
this whole time. Yeah.
Can I load
I should have bought a mule so I could have brought the mule with us this whole time. And then,
Fed it to the worm.
yeah, fed it to the
Stupid
worm.
asshole.
Can I use my grappling hook and shimmy it into some kind of arrow?
Yeah, I think you could try to do that.
Tell him
Yeah.
to try to
do
mule
what,
kick it
though?
first.
I want to shoot the grappling hook at the worm and like tie it up to something so it can't reach us or something.
That could work.
A little too
I'll say that it could work. But it is angry.
All right, I'm actually a apostle tongue, so I can.
It's not a snake, dumbass.
You got a worm tongue.
Man, I got some spells, but they're more of like
Social spells.
You know what we could do? We could.
Okay, no,
So
I
you
got
should-
this.
Wait, no.
bard. I can serenade it to sleep.
Oh, I could rub the rest of my holy water on the grappling hook.
But this isn't an unholy thing, though. So like, why would
Yeah,
you?
it is.
Is it?
Yes.
You can check.
It's unholy. You should check, or should I check?
You can roll.
Let me see if there's anything in my books about this.
Do you want to do that?
Can I?
You can just drop everything and just start pulling books out as this thing is coming towards you.
Well, no,
Oh, it's
said
coming
earlier-
towards us.
Slowly, yeah, it's sort of slithering across the floor.
All right,
You
you
said
know,
earlier that
I'm-
my holy water helped against the guys that were infected.
Yeah.
So then you said this was related to the bugs, and I'm assuming the people got infected from the bugs.
This is a darkly lit room.
So wouldn't
Yeah.
the holy water have the same effect?
He can check, though.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about to check.
I want to check something too after this.
Okay.
Oh, what is that?
Add your intelligence.
Okay, 7 plus 2. Okay, it's 8. No, it's 9.
9. Okay,
What are you doing?
I'm checking to see if this holy water would work before he just throws it at it.
The magic that corrupted the people, that voided the people, comes from the bugs, and the bugs came from the worm, but the bugs and the worm are natural beasts, right? They just use magic of some kind to pervert the laws of nature to make these people, quote, voided. That's the term you come up with because they're not undead. They're just voided. So you don't think that the holy water will actually work against the beast
Big ass worm
itself. Yeah.
Probably not thirsty, Dustin. Sorry.
I mean,
And what did you want to check?
I want to see if this thing is somehow like scared of fire.
Okay. Yeah. You don't even have to roll that. No. You can just sort
Like,
of.
can I swing my torch at it and see it? Like, back
Are you
away?
holding the torch or the lantern?
Yeah,
At this point,
You can
I
throw
need
the
an
lantern
actual
at it.
like flame, so I'm gonna use a torch.
So you just grab the torch from Kai's hand,
Yeah,
and you sort of
Swing it
advance
at it.
on it, and yeah.
All right. Yeah, do that. I got something. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, so you do that, and so you're like advancing on the worm, right?
yeah, to see if it like backs
Did you
away.
just take the torch from me
took it
without
from you.
without asking?
So the worm began to advance on you, and it looked like it was going to strike, but you hold the torch out, and you get it really close, and it stops. It was going to strike at you, which was menacing. In fact, make me a wisdom roll to see if you have sort of the nerves to even do this.
Yeah, man.
5 + 1, 6.
So you don't. Okay. So
Damn.
you
Scared in my britches. You take this.
So you come back.
No, so you take the torch and you do see that it stops, but before you can like really test to see like if it's going to stop. Yeah, you drop it. You drop the torch on the ground and back up with a quickness.
Okay.
All right, then I step in and I use my control flame spell,
Or fire
Okay.
blast.
and I engulf the flames that are already on the ground, and I just make them bigger
From the torch.
from the torch. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Yeah, make a spell cast roll with your intelligence.
Had that in my mind ever since you said you're going to do the fire.
I knew you had a fire blast. That's why I
So
wanted.
+2.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a 9.
9. Yeah.
9?
No, 8.
8.
Oh,
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's the same. It's the same outcome. So you do that. You take the incantation in your mind, and this is the last spell of the day for you. You feel the energy of the arcane fading from your memory. But you take the flame that is on the torch and you just enlarge it.
Azeroth, Metreon Zinthos!
Wow, he remembered the words. That's fucking crazy.
gotta be from something.
Yeah,
It's from Teen Titans. The cartoon Teen Titans, yeah, Raven. That's what
Yeah.
it's
yeah. So the flames begin to engulf the worm, and roll 2d6 for damage.
called. Oh,
5.
5. Okay, yeah. So it
plus my dex, right?
no,
Or strength.
not plus anything.
Plus 9.
Not
It's-
even
this
his
is-
intelligence or
No.
wisdom?
Oh, man.
It's just pure roll from the flames. But the flames engulf its head. It was still coming at you, but you can't tell if it was the heat or the actual just burning of the fucking fire or even the light. But it causes it to quickly back away, and so far that it goes back to the burrow in the wall,
It retreats.
and it retreats back into the hole. You didn't kill it. And you think you didn't even come close to killing it, but you got it. You got it out of there.
I'm intelligent enough to know that I didn't kill it, but I saved us some time. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
and looking through the room, you see that there actually is a chest.
I was gonna say, let's search this room, baby.
Yeah, next to all the dead bodies and the corpses and skeletons, there's a
Can
Seated where
you
they
check
fell.
some corpses over there?
Oh, I can, but first I punched Goyver in the head because he stole my torch without
You're
asking.
an asshole. You're literally just like standing there watching us all do all this shit. Like, this motherfucker stole my torch.
Oh yeah, dude, you get a knot in the back of your head now.
Hey, whatever.
It's like, fucking.
All right, but yeah, I'm searching the corpse now.
All right, yeah, we go towards the chest, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So looking through the corpses, there's fucking nothing. These things, whatever was on these
It was
things,
literally just skeletons.
whatever was on these bodies was eaten. But popping the chest open,
Pop that thing open.
pop that thing
Does
open.
it glow like Zelda?
Something chimes. You don't know what the fuck it was. but it's a fairly small chest. But inside is rubies. Ruby. Let me roll. You find 60 silver pieces. You find 2 gemstones. One is a translucent brown with a golden center. You know it to be a tiger eye gem worth about a gold. And you find another one that is a transparent yellow with sort of like shoots of smoky gray inside of it. And you know that this is a quartz stone, and it is worth 5 gold.
And I pocket it before they see you.
You were checking the bodies. Those 2 were opening the chest. Now, with those 2 gemstones, somebody write those down.
2 gemstones?
I'm checking the
Jesse
bodies, so
can write that down. And then also in the chest...
One was a quartz?
Yeah, and also in the chest...
a new shoulder.
shoulder. I'm trying to think. What kind of weapon does your boy use? Like a melee weapon?
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, a mace.
I
spiked
don't
mace.
like blunt weapons.
What kind did you buy? Like, did you buy a melee weapon?
I bought a bow.
Just a bow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to give me a weapon, a sword or something, give me a claymore.
A claymore?
Yeah, nice, good old Braveheart weapon, dude.
Yeah, so you, Goyver and Yeinslif, they take the gold, the silver pieces and the gemstones out, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" But then they both look down at the same time. Goyver, you pull out a
10-foot claymore,
not 10-foot claymore, a very long sword, a very heavy sword.
Yeah,
that is a claymore. You know, a very dense weapon, very sharp, and it
too heavy for you.
Who does it seem to be made by?
Dwarven smiths. You can tell. It has the runes of dwarven. You don't read dwarven, but you can spot it.
Guys, these are made by my folks.
And it was halflings.
Oh.
Very close to the halflings and the dwarves. And you can tell that this weapon is runed by the very powerful dwarven blacksmiths and runesmiths that would equip these swords with magical elements to it. And you can tell just by holding it that there's something magical about this thing.
Oh, it's got like a gem slot in it. Huh?
Gem slot. And then Yeinslif, you pull out a pair of spectacles. And you don't know. Do you put them on? Do you put them on?
I put them on. I assume they're magical.
Yeah, so you put them on, and the room that is dimly lit by this torch and lantern become as if bathed in moonlight.
Ooh, cat eye glass.
You can see everything in the room now as if it was bathed in like a dull, silvery moonlight.
I also look at Chief Schwann's big head over here, and I can see like through his clothes, and I see he has like a very small...
Shut up! No, not X-ray spectacles.
Yeah.
So you can write down Yeinslif, the spectacles of darkness. I'm sorry, spectacles of moonlight.
Yeah, you don't need no spectacles to see what I got.
Moonlight Sonata, for sure.
And Goyver, you can write down +1 claymore.
Magical claymore.
What can I write down? Plus 20 dead bodies.
Plus 20 skulls. Were you guys going to continue going through the tower after this?
I mean, I'm down to continue, like, maybe
I want
another
to see
day.
what...
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying, what were your characters going to be doing?
Does the burrow seem to lead anywhere?
The worm went into the burrow, and you still hear it sort of going around in there, but it seems like it went fairly far.
All right, well, what I think we should do is that I'm changing my ways. I kind of want to be heroic now. I really want to kill this worm. And we need to get to the tower.
Maybe we should go back to the city and prepare with what all this money and gold we found. We should get some better stuff.
Or we should just wing it.
That's smart. No, let's do it.
And we can recruit.
And we can rest.
Yeah. Wait till the next day, have her spells.
I can get a new shoulder from someone.
Yeah, and you
go home, get you an ironclad, like freaking
a pauldron.
Yeah,
but
only
I mean,
one shoulder.
And I mean, you guys found some books that relate to the history of this island,
yeah,
so
we can do some research.
You can do some research, yeah. And I mean, your boss, he said to scout out the island and stuff, and I mean, you found some books and ledgers and notes about this place that you think can help you next time. Yeah, so I think going back is not that bad of an idea.
Let's do that.
Alright.
Well, we have to kill
I feel like there's a lot more on this island than this tower, too.
Oh, the island is fuck huge.
Yeah.
Like, it's large.
Like, Skull Island huge. Like, we got a lot of stuff to do.
Like, this forest that you guys are in, it takes up a very small percentage
it's
of
like
the
Shivering
island.
Isles expansion DLC, baby.
But yeah, so
I think we should kill the worm.
You can do it yourself, dude.
Alright, well, I'm gonna kill it.
Be back in 10 minutes. We'll wait here.
So we will end the episode with the three of you climbing back aboard your little canoe. And as you guys sort of, sail away, come sail away.
I was about to say.
You look back at the tower and you see that there's where you saw in the opening on that one level, you saw the people milling about. You don't see anybody anymore. But yeah, and you guys head back to
City.
what was the name of that island? I had it written down somewhere. Wait for it.
I know the name of our crew, though.
What's the name of your crew?
Fuck shit up crew.
FSU? Dude, that was my clan tag in Call of Duty.
You head back to Olakai, the Hakapowan village, to restock and fucking rest, and to get Yeinslif a new shoulder.
Awesome.
And we got a mega stop at the brothel.
Please tell me you didn't turn it off after it.
No, that's still going. Yeah, we got Dustin saying, let's head to the brothel.
Yeah, my work's there.
He was a great adventure.